What if I told you that everything began with fire? Everything. Society, civilizations, humanity, even business, which, if you looked at it, business is what started civilization and society and all that. For example, the very basic, most foundational law and principle of business is that business, in a nutshell, is all about what you know and what others rather do not know. What you know is leverage, which is fire. What they do not know is profit, which generates. For example, let's say I witnessed the descent of fire and I saw how it was made. And then I decided to start a company and run a business where I kept my secrets and my knowledge of how that fire was made and decided to recruit and employ my fellow barbarians and fellow villagers to also learn of this technique of how to produce fire. And then I instructed them to go out and spread this work, produce the fire to their other fellow villagers and barbarians. Then, thus, they returned to me and I paid them compensation for their work, and I received the profits for my business, which is all about creating and making fire. So, in turn, they go out and share fire with the world while the company also profits and then begins the basic structure and foundation of society and civilization. It's just like that. We win-win. The company profits off of the production of fire. The world, they also, while giving their money for the services, they also profit off of the warmth and the life and the survival aspects of that very fire, of which warms their homes, helps them cook their food, and helps them survive out in the world. So, thus, the very foundational principle and law of society itself begins with fire.